Abusia me mo kwaba. I daily update TV so. E pa cho nyamisha no nyo Kesi. Tembia fa otete for na de boram. Sabeka dwumadi ni bi. Na wahwe no like no wahye. Abusia ne nyina ya Afenyo markings ni nkomo. Na the honorable the great Osaine Alexander Afenyo markings. From the horses home for granting interview a year on my hen. Adom FM ya fa credit ma on my hen. Ane Adom FM. Na nyina answer interview no din komo se. One of the MPP MPs our mumudin ebeka chense speak what say another speaker say was or suspended no speaker ever suspended Afenyo. I say before cry say omo bebe vet no na a year my majority leader raise a year allegations be say abusuafo be kai sa amre na omo ko ya appointed delegation to ECOWAS Parliament ewo eye Abuja no ebe toja se yi Afenyo din afrim na abusua according to Mahama Yarega chese Afenyo ankasa eba ho, which is it makes the chairperson wo eye ECOWAS Parliament Abuja no ansuom in we mu na factors intino oka chese before say even vetting be start misconduct the see or ho nyina no ye MPs me be confirm it no Afenyo say the speaker said he will suspend Afenyo. From the horse's home mouth. Share you made the ideally update if you're about Chonya. Me shams and we need the Juma or the for commenting show making kind. Commenting the DB can kind. I can kind. I'm sure you could hear Afenyo from the horse's mouth. MP Minu Wambo Omudi Ebe catching from the whole majority caucus in Parliament. The speaker said a year or be suspended. So you can I'm sure. God bless you.
Bail condition. First of all, obi nanto obi is serve obi criminal summons. Na nankasa on nanto ba court dame. That is the first honor our court. There, only baby ako. Mbojat masa. Then if you are a judge, then you will issue criminal summons, and he or she walks into your court. Ebia nyimpano was on inquiry bail. Or report to the police. Then the person comes, and then him and bail has a goffer a japaze so and so to commensurate with your friend then amount now state in a charge and with. Then you the judge ab initio you are claiming that nyimpani are guilty because otherwise obi botuma bokwe do na wakade 1 billion. Then you, the judge, will say that no, look for properties worth 1 billion, bro. How? So, this Asamariki, let's direct it at the Attorney General and the state actors. Because one na says no, BBR, Ethiopia or super majority. It is even becoming difficult to speak in Parliament. There appears to be a new culture of silence coming up in Parliament. Watch the programs. Watch proceedings. There's a way, a subtle manipulation. They wouldn't want you to.
But you draw the speaker's attention to that effect.
Omahin, I beg you. I don't want to go there. Since you're careful, you get threatened. Can you imagine that your friend and Chief Justice vetting? Two of my colleagues were reporting, Mama, there, leader. Can you imagine what the majority MPs are saying there? You people, if you are not careful, Mr. Speaker will suspend you. Hey, right now, say Inyaku could run to in some Parliament. I'm telling you, Mr. Inyaku could Parliament. They don't even want you to talk. Musimukita 189. Yet you fear the mighty few, 87. Since the NDC, if Wonyampa was the speaker, back on 190. Wonya. The slightest thing they will run to speaker and they will find a way so that speaker will even rule against you. That is all they are doing. You have 189. In fact, we 100 in film, not 89 in power. You are more than our 87. Anna. So what are you afraid of? Omahin, the intimidation, the attacks. I mean, yes, maka. Sometimes procedure now, one kasa was so follow procedure. In the parliament, that's the national anthem. You don't follow procedure. When you are even following procedure, the frustration, you file a motion. It takes about 10 days before you are told at midnight that your motion has been declined. You file the motion, and file the motion. Look, the frustration is just too much.
So it's a partisan nature. I'm going to represent at the August House there. Not the national, not the national character. If you say you are there to serve the interests.
I don't think the NDC has become so intolerant in Parliament. Look, I and my colleagues go through hard research. We come into the chamber prepared. We expect that they would also prepare. The procedure is that today their strategy is point of order. And you could see from their posture there, they don't even want us to talk. If you are 189, Ebazinti in Esro 87, Mebo, you have 189. Ebazinti in Esro 87. Maybe for the first time in the history of Ghana's parliament, a minority leader who is asserting his rights may end up being sacked from parliament for asserting his rights.
But that's not possible.
Well, I can see signs of that. They want to frustrate, to break you up, break them down, break them. It's the one. That's what they intend doing. We hear a lot. How do you clip the wings of Afenyo market? How do you clip the wings of Anodon Pre? Mrs. Some of our former ministers are MPs. Some of the Akufo-Addo appointees who are MPs. Will be one worker now I send one text message. Even me, I've said it. Me. The messages on my phone. Last week, a non-NPP activist could send me a message. Oh yeah, it's not easy. I want to encourage your colleagues in Yinade. Wonya kukudru na wonjina pinti ne bibiara wanember. And I want to say media no. We need one full support to point out some of these excesses, because Parliament is now becoming a one-party parliament of full dictatorship.
We'll get back to the dictatorship, but point is that now you've missed that glorious opportunity, that constitutional requirement. You could have maybe done the job as an opposition party, criticizing or subjecting the nominee to the relevant questions.
I think I've explained to you.
So we missed this point. What's the next point again? How are we going to go about it, on the floor or what?
If you heard me, at the committee level, I stated that yen objection grounded on principle. There was no point in going the next stage to vet. No. On the floor, in the reports, there were a few mistakes. The clerk corrected it. Chairman and I, Yeshim, will meet over the final. Definitely, they would lay the report and would repeat our argument on the floor. We'll repeat our argument unless their next strategy will be that we shouldn't speak. The whole country would see. But we will repeat our case and make our case known. That Ekwana was it Justice Tokonu Fadono on yet. And it is very premature. We would object to the motion. And so now the motion is, when they bring the motion, that is the time that the full-blown argument can suffice. It was the time, because now you are moving the House to adopt a report. So now is the time. We've not missed any opportunity at all. We've not missed any opportunity.
But as a party, as minority,
now is the time.
Who acknowledges that we have a Chief Justice now? Almost.
I won't answer that question. I will not.
Do you agree?
I will not answer. It's not every question I have to answer.
But we cannot progress. Because the point is that here is a situation.
You won't get that answer from me.
Well,
can we make progress? Let's be fair.
Is that acknowledgement now?
Be fair to me.
Will you appear?
I will not answer that question.
That
I will not answer.
Is on the verge of getting a new Chief Justice.
I know that there is a disputed nominee who himself was the lead architect of a conspiracy against his own colleague.
Very unfair comment.
Well, that's my opinion.
Very unfair comment.
First of all, how can you, being the one to empanel the court, swiftly empanel for the purpose of injunction, but fail to empanel to hear the substantive case? Okoto de nebujo won yenjai sa dia omodia ye Chief Justice Tokonu no enye adena sebe edu se wo be empanel ne wetie asem no de court no empanel. By the way, Attorney General says of file defense or shada one file defense or twenya membre ni twemu ansafe or file motion for leave to file out of time or leave to file on per extension of time. Why did the God grant that? All the time now Attorney General and filing, are then a court issue hearing notice. Are then a court today issue hearing notice. Oh my, dear Obi Obeka say, my Lord Bafu Bonnie, dear a course no, Ninsen Shemno, and now on Kahu. Nenipano onim de koso. Look, mama mamia bro matete mamisa. Matete mamisa. Na wiase na ye wono. Se ebia wodi yo bi nde ende. Na se wodi e ufi se wenya no. Ebia na echina. Na akoyewu ana wofasi bi ana wunu bi.
But if there was something untoward that, we have the judicial service, we have a yet relevant.
Is she even getting fair hearing?
But listen, why are these people not? Her colleagues,
they don't want to.
Her colleagues, so why are they?
They should answer.
Why are they not coming out to speak to that effect?
Me say.
Is Chief Justice now a member of the New Patriotic Party? Is she a member of the New Patriotic Party?
Even lawyers on our side, yeah, lawyers, yeah, MPP for lawyers are. Omoka asem we bi no, they get calls threatening, hey, mo de ukebia ukezi ba court unwinio chese aye time oman aye time oman you don't know me say a judge, a Supreme Court judge told my colleague Jerry Ahmed Monday that you are a nemesis. You have no idea the threat. Oman yen na
Supreme Court judge can we are anyone can say man tina
oman me say yen sem nyina na ye ka ho asem o me tell the threats, several of them, all the attacks, but eya ne menya abotre me say Jerry Ahmed, the second deputy minority whip, was told by a Supreme Court judge that you are my nemesis on the corridor. Now, Mr. Jerry, to what dream? I hear media threats and Afenyo Kesi back court. Some of our people have the woman is fear be especially some of our lawyers. Say, hey, unim na ukakebia, ukesi ba mu enimwa, wan sha na, omo be jeje.
I don't want to buy that. But I don't want to buy.
Omai, of this program, I will show you text messages, okay? Me pesa me de chewo. Na wo hu dia ye kom. Enyoma ye fem. Nyankopon adaroma. Ene ye nya akukudro bi mpo se ye kasa e wo parliament. Din Oman din o. Enintina as no pay dia woka about MPP unity no. Me no ye adwen say if as a party yentumi anka yen wan bom na ekro ye amba yen temu a ebe ha ma hu se eye wo o wo de hu so Wo de wadanfo ni NDC ni bi anaasɛ judge bi wadanfo nti obɛbɔ ho ban esre. Mema obi emfa ehu enhye me mu. Eya na me bi sɛ NDC for sɛ wo kai sɛ time as speaker or ye minority leader to me de kufo kra kwa shraj wo kai. Then yɛde yɛ no obi anyɛ ne hwe. Speaker 8 parliament Akufo-Addo as president ye bibim na speaker nti ase a otumi ye press conference and responded to President Akufo-Addo anameboa. Did anything happen to speaker? So I don't understand why NDC for no there omo ye so intolerant okuje to ablakwa and the foreign minister oye owo opposition enfie nwotwe a na MPP wa aban mu asembe na ablakwa nka wote se ya chene da ana wote se obi atrete no wote se eyi aban state security official be atrete na ablakwa da. You see, but you know no there and then omo criticism and then wo kasa point of order says you omundi for no point of order Mr. Speaker point of order omundi omu to me kasa wo be kasa pepe point of order omu sa asem ne wo mo pepe and so omu for kwan bi so speaker so omu point of order na ya frɛ omu na wo say ruling no and na mo en favor o ye de dem wona ye wo no we yenim say ruling bia en favor ye o kasa unya asem o kasa now your language is being censored o kasa is say wo ka kasa bia e obi de ayesa ye be stop you.
All right,
adan na say bansa into man ye betumi ye be dia ye betumi aye ye give it up. Said they are omu and give it up no. Sana yesu and give it up. Now I want to take this opportunity to repeat one more time. MPP in Penifo. Muma yen sorry den ye baako. Ye grassroots for no ebre. Ye bubu omabem. Ye mo omakuma bubu. Omu they are looking up to us saying leaders no. Ye be twa na mo bi. No musu etumi hold the base of the party. Into no, yimaya ma obi enfa ihu bi enhye yemu. Ye party no mpanifo omo chichire ne dia kukudro. JB Dan Koko wu prison. JB Dan Koko wu prison. Bafo akoto omo nyina di eyi omusika omo ahonde enyonyam ye chesi omo say ye chi omo ye mpenifo ni bebre ekode da prison se no mo dwin omo ho a nka omo nyesa they would have said hey me hwe me ye ni member me ye lawyer ma me nko me court me nko ye medjuma me sro omo a JH Mensah o lead Parliament 96 akuku draw on omo ye 61 JH Mensah akukudra oni ne dom elidi parliamenta nyamiada woma kufo enya tumi 2000 Ghana enya the first change of government ye betra ben mu 8 years no sa akukudro ni bi na ye nyina sese ye nya na ye sum party no minim sa party bia mu wasem obi bedi we sisisem obi ye bibi obi kra onye bibi ma obu bisa no wa ma ni nyina si NDC. They are also going through their worst situations. But because of party interest in Tino, they are together. Adan and yen so yen be together. Na yen ya ade baaku. No, omu who say, hey, in Crawford, hey, united. Trust me, there are things that they will not do. Na say to me, share my yen near wound to me, or go through a system or go through. And wound to me as chairman of regional, a brand the highest vote. That's a man who go through as attitude. That's a partner to me and sorry and tiny chair. All because you feel say you wound to me. I dear bet you no almost as shall be at their toes also. Now, obi any will be defended. One by one, no move to two. It's an pay cancelling in unity, and nothing more.
Osahene, medase for this conversation. Onyame Adma, I'm sure say soon I'll have you back to talk about this new government on matters of the stability of the city, the fight against illegal mining, job opportunities, and the creation of wealth for the...
You should be careful the way you are treating us. Hey, you as a judge, it's your ruling now. You are able to even criticize state authority and something going wrong in society. But if an individual expresses an opinion, no. How do you say call a minority deputy whip that you are a nemesis because we express opinion? By the way, are you aware that my Lord Bafuboni, there's also a petition against him? Why hasn't the government taken action? Why hasn't the petition been referred to the Council of State? A petition was duly received at Jubilee House. The person signed, gave a date, gave her name, duly received several weeks ago. Why hasn't it been referred to the Council of State? Why hasn't there been any act against him? But Tokonuze, Sebio, Wayinezi.
Right.
Because why a transfer? Because where to can.
I was saying subscribe and share you made any more nonsense and I daily update TV, so we give you the best of our time. I'm sure on your case. Stay tuned, stay connected.